and welcome. This is your Wish Upon a Star Lunar Horoscope for Thursday, June 24th, 2021. Now, Luna will be voyaging through the sign of Capricorn the Goat, bringing a sure-footed ability to climb up the ladder of success together mutually with spouses and partners. And a plentiful measure of fidelity, seasoned with emotional distance and also poise. And that's going to be, the poise is added actually to mask tender feelings. Okay? Now, the full strawberry moon occurs while transiting the 22nd mansion of the moon at 6:39 p.m. and we're using universal time coordinated and tropical astrology. Now, Luna's activation of lunar mansion number 22 during a full moon at 100% light is potent for completing projective magic rituals and starting plans for receptive magic spells. Mansion of the Moon number 22 is in effect from early in the afternoon on June 24th at 1:04 p.m. until the morning on June 25th at 9:52 a.m. With the full moon occurring in Capricorn at 6:39 p.m., Lunar Mansion number 22 is magically activated at the exact time of the full strawberry moon in Capricorn. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic, and this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. Luna will be transiting Capricorn from 0 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds to Capricorn 12 degrees, 51 minutes and 22 seconds. This is according to Abraham, those margins for this mansion. The stars to wish upon inside the 22nd mansion of the moon, Dabih. The stars of the mansion is named Dabih, but the stars are named Giedi Prima and Dabih, according to Warnock. Giedi Prima is also named Alpha Capricorni and is located in the southernmost horn of the goat. Dabih is also called Beta Capricorni, finding placement in the left eye of Capricorn. These two stars, originally seen as parts of a sacrificial lamb, being the lucky one of the slaughterers, or the one chosen for sacrifice, is lucky to the one who sacrifices to appease his or her deity. Traditionally, in various Abrahamic religions, someone innocent had to be sacrificed so that the guilty are able to live through placation to a creatrix or creator. Ask the angel of Alpha Capricorni and Beta Capricorni, who is named Geliel, to bind evil tongues to prevent people from slandering you and to escape from enemies. Now, sorceresses and sorcerers fashion renderings depicting the healing the sick of their ailments, or detainees or captives being emancipated or running from situations in which they have been held confined or enslaved, according to Agrippa, who reveals Mansion of the Moon number 22 as being named, he reveals the name of this mansion as Sadahacha or Zoda Boluk, or in some cultures, Zendeldena. Okay? Now, Agrippa also discloses that for the purpose of assuring that vassals, serfs, or captives remain locked down and safely in custody, magicians should create from iron, the metal of iron, an emblem of a man having winged feet, sporting a helmet upon his head. Thus, a symbol is made portraying the Roman god Mercury to strongly maintain possession of attendants, retainers, and captives. To bestow yet another pertinent aspect to this mercurial magical talisman, the substance of argent vibe is then added. Now, argent vibe is also called quicksilver or mercury, although most people should avoid using mercury or quicksilver in their magical operations due to its toxicity. Some persons or organizations are authorized to use the substance. One example might be that a glass thermometer, okay? A glass thermometer with a mercury filling in the center, those old-fashioned kinds of thermometers, has the effect of not only indicating the temperature of the one cared for, but it also holds the magical property of safekeeping those in custody because of the Mercury. Very interesting. Now, according to Kabbalistic lore, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Capricorn birthstone is Garnet. Now, rosaries and amulets using Garnet for Capricorn are magically potent for this praxis. Kabbalistic and alchemical planetary associations, in this instance of a full strawberry moon in Capricorn while transiting through lunar mansion number 22, could be utilized with perfumes, essential oils, herbs or flowers, as well as colors. Planetary alchemical metals, in this case, would indicate lead for Saturn. Warning: lead is toxic and can cause lead poisoning if ingested or absorbed through the skin. Therefore, lead is neither practical nor is it workable for this operation. Only persons that possess the knowledge, the skill, and the licensing to handle lead should do so. Regarding the Capricorn birthstone of Garnet, this could be used as it could be used for an amulet, talisman, ornamentation, as well as beads for rosaries or magical jewelry gemstones. Since Saturn's alchemical metal of lead is not pragmatic for our purposes, we will look at other possibilities. It's important to note here, it's significant that according to Vivian Irwin Robson, author of the book The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology, the Greek astronomer Ptolemy attributes the star Giedi Prima to have the character of Venus and Mars. Giedi Prima is a multiple stellar system made up of a yellow star and also a pastel light grayish purple star located in the right or southernmost horn of the constellation of the Goat. The alchemical metal of Venus is copper, and the metal associated with Mars is iron. Both of these are realistic and workable for the purpose of fashioning rosary chains, amulet bezels, and magical jewelry settings. Regarding the star Dabih, Ptolemy states that this star has the personality of Saturn and Venus. Dabih is a multiple stellar system made up of a light blue star and an amber star located in the left eye of the constellation of Capricorn. As we stated earlier, Saturn's alchemical metal of lead is not suitable for our intention and is poisonous, although the Venusian aspect, Venus's metal of copper, is usable for affixing garnet gems to various types of magical talismans. It's worth restating here that Agrippa reveals iron as the metal of choice to be used in the construction of an insignia bearing the image of a human possessing wings on his feet and a helmet atop his head. Since iron is one of the alchemical metals corresponding to the star Giedi Prima, and being that Agrippa recommends iron as the proper metal to select when forming an emblem bearing the likeness of the god Mercury, iron is an effective selection, a powerful selection to use when creating rosary chains, amulet basins, or jewelry settings to be exploited during mansion of the moon Al-Sad al-Dabih. In view of the fact that the stars Giedi Prima and Dabih both have temperaments similar to Venus, copper can also be used by the magician to fasten to garnets, for the garnet gemstones for use in making of talismans or rosaries or amulets. Now, with that said, when making talismans such as rosaries or the amulets or the rings or bracelets or necklaces, using the martial metal of iron will give competitive and warlike traits, while the Venusian Venus metal of copper will bestow beauty, carnal love, and help in money matters. Choose wisely when deciding upon which metal to use. Keep in mind that the number assigned to each mansion of the moon may vary, relying upon the cultural and the astrological attributes of the system being used. What pinpoints the exact lunar mansion to which we are referring is made clear by the use of the star to be wished upon, as well as by the name of the indicated mansion of the moon. Other Kabbalistic correspondences for lunar mansion number 22 are as follows. Moon in Capricorn, Luna gives the goat an attractive quality, as well as expediency and shrewdness. These attributes bestow imperiousness to Capricorn moon, ensuring that the goat minds to her or his serious and essential life requirements before taking on romantic or social concerns. Planetary archangel for Luna or the moon is Gabriel. God is my strength, power of God, and one of the messengers of God. Zodiac angel for Capricorn is Hanael, whose divine tone is I use. Tarot card for the moon, Luna, or the moon, is the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card sits between the temple's pillars of Yakim and Boaz. She wears the triple goddess crown of the moon upon her head, and she wears a cross upon her chest, and in her arms she holds the Torah scroll. Now this indicates that the Torah is for the left brain, while the tarot, T-A-R-O-T, it's like an Ouroboros biting its tail, is the key for the right brain, because the tarot cards are the key for unlocking the secrets of the Torah, because the Torah is the written Kabbalah, and tarot cards are art to bring you the Kabbalah, plus they're flashcards for teaching Hebrew letters, which when you learn, and signs of the zodiac and the planetary associations, which when you learn the Hebrew letters, you can unlock the secret of Psalm 119 in the Bible, which has the Hebrew letters in many, many versions, not all, but in many versions, the Hebrew letters where you can find the right psalm to go with the right Hebrew letter, to go with the right tarot card, to go with the right planetary association, the right zodiac sign, and there you get all the magical secrets. So the key is the tarot cards, the lock is the Bible, okay? Now, the musical note in the ancient Western array for the moon or Luna is F, okay? So we're going to play that healing note for you now. Now, the tarot card for Capricorn, the sign of Capricorn, is the card of the devil, okay? The devil. Now we have it's a mimic of the Lover's card, okay? The Lover's card shows an angel and a sort of a Garden of Eden with two trees. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil and the tree of life. Now you have here the devil. He's got the wings of a bat instead of an angel, but he's still a winged creature. He's got his horns and the upside down pentagram atop his head. He's perching atop a black monolith, for all you friends of black, people that know a lot about black monoliths. And also you have a mimic of the Garden of Eden with Eve on this side with the fruit tail, and she has grapes. Instead of an apple tree with a serpent, she has grapes, and grapes are like wine, okay? So like wine, like drunkenness. And then the Adam figure has a tail that's being lit on fire by the as above, so below Baphomet figure, kind of like the George Washington statue, the Baphomet figure of the devil who's lighting his tail, Adam's tail, with an internal fire of life, okay? The tree of life, in this case, it's more lust, okay? On the Lover's card, it's more the higher sublime things. In this case, it's more of the lust and the drunkenness, okay? So, and the Adam and Eve here that are being driven by these things are chained to the monolith, the black monolith, chained to that rectangular monolith, and they're in enslavement to the devil, okay? So just what one must understand here is the devil card might mean that there's deception in questions about love and stuff like that, But in questions about health, it can be good because it can give strength to the physical body. It's not always bad in all questions. In some questions, especially about health and strength, it can give health and strength. Sometimes a little red wine will give you some strength, you know? And, you know, sometimes just having a desire gives a person the will to live, for people that might need the will to live. So for health, physical health, the Devil card can be very good. And so can those kind of desires be very good. A little bit of those is helpful. And all the 7 deadly sins cancel each other out anyway. For you can't have too much sloth if you're vain. And you know, you can't be too greedy if you're vain either. You see, if you get all the sins together, one will, if you have all of them in equal proportions, you'd be a pretty well-rounded, stable individual. It's when you have one sin that's out of sync with the others that you would fall into trouble. If all your sins are balanced, and all your vices are balanced, and they're all in equal amounts, you'd be a very stable, healthy person. So think of it that way. Now, the tarot card for the moon is the High Priestess card, and the tarot card for Capricorn is the Devil. So you can use those two cards during this. And remember, the note for the High Priestess card is F, and the note for Capricorn is G. So we're going to play that one for you now. The note for Capricorn is G. That's the healing note for Capricorn. That gives strength, a lot of strength. Now, the information found in the document that's attached in the description box to give you the spelling of the words as a blog and to give you the page numbers to the books we're going to give you in a minute here. We're going to give you the book titles. The information in that blog, in the description box, and in this video is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I've committed to memory. Now, much of the information about star magic was also taught to me through an adjacent German pagan coven that I was in, which had established satellite covens throughout the world. I began writing a book based on these extremely important teachings in 1988, which I have entitled to be my Star Magic Grimoire. Now, for some of my reference books, Mansions of the Moon is the first book, a Lunar Zodiac for Astrology and Magic, second edition, with 2019 to 2033 Mansion Ephemeris written by Christopher Warnock in 2019, illustrated by Nigel Jackson, published by Renaissance Astrology in 2019. Second is 3 books of occult philosophy, Llewellyn's source book series, authored by Henry Cornelius Agrippa of Nettisham in 1533, translated by James Freak in 1650, edited and annotated by Donald Tyson in 1993, published in 2000 by Llewellyn Publications. And thirdly, The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology. This is a wonderful book, authored by Vivian E. Robson, Bachelor of Science in in 1923. The book was written by Vivian E. Robson in 1923. Published by American Federation of Astrologers, Inc., cover designed by Jack Cipolla. So again, the page numbers are in the description box if you want to research some of these things, or do some of this star magic and angel star magic for yourself, so that you can get all the information and you can research it. It's very powerful. It's really interesting. It's very enlightening, the star magic. So thank you so much for joining us. And this month we have we have the waning and waxing half moons. We have the new moon, and this is the one about the full moon. It's full strawberry moon. We also have on the 10th. There's also another video about it's the solar eclipse. Yeah, it's a solar eclipse. And then we have the summer solstice on the 21st. That's even another video on that. And the angelic frequencies and angels and angel magic you can evoke or invoke for those events. So there's 6 videos this month. So thank you for joining us, and please join us again.